I met Mother Teresa in January of 1987. I left home for the first time to spend 1 year volunteering in Calcutta. I was 24. She was 76. I met her at the Mother House. I had gone to the Mother House to get my assignment, and I was surprised when she was the one that came out from behind a curtain to meet me and to give me my assignment. My memories of meeting her were that she was very present and very attentive. She held our hands when she was speaking with us. She gave me a little card, and on that card was my assignment for the next year, and that was to work in Shishu Bhavan, which is the children's home, and Nirmal Hridoy, which is the home for the dying. So I began. I went every day to Shishu Bhavan and started to volunteer with the children. There was a malnutrition center, so many children were brought in from Calcutta or the rural areas because of malnourishment. And I started working with them, but shortly into my stay there, two sisters approached me and asked me, instead of taking care of the masses of kids, to work with one child. He was a severely handicapped boy. They had named him Bapi. They had found him on the streets of Calcutta and had no idea where he came from. And they carried him in and had been taking care of him. He was, they guessed, about 12 years old. Bapi was unable to speak, unable to walk. His body was twisted, his torso was twisted, his arms and fingers were contracted. And they asked me to spoon feed him daily and take care of him. So every day I would walk through the crowded streets of Calcutta, upstairs to the Shishu Bhavan, where there were kids everywhere, but go to one crib and take care of one boy. There was a physical therapist there from the United States that was also volunteering, and she taught me how to massage Bapi's arms and legs with the hope of some movement. And weeks into this daily massage and physical therapy, we had what we call the miracle day, where lying on his back, he moved his arm for the first time. And we ended up then realizing that if we attached a spoon to his hand, he could try to feed himself. For the next several months, this was my job in Calcutta. It was to work with this boy, helping him to feed himself, and I watched him come to life. I watched the transformation of this human being, from very captured within himself and unable to speak and unable to express himself, to a boy that could laugh and smile, especially as he's trying to feed himself and rice was going all over the place and all over him. I reflect back on that because Mother Teresa always says, and it was my experience, that you work one life at a time. And it's that one life that's closest to you that you pour yourself into, and the numbers don't matter. In 1987, there were 12 million people living in Calcutta, and I spent months working with one. And what I realized and what I learned was that Mother Teresa taught over and over that it's not only the person that we're looking at and taking care of, but it's Christ himself. Every day in Calcutta, we started with Mass. Every evening, we ended with an hour of adoration. And the poor in body were Christ. The Eucharist was Christ. There was such a connection between our faith in Jesus and our service with the poor. And I'll always take that now. At 1987, many years have passed, and in my life, what I remember from Mother Teresa is, it's one person at a time. And give your whole self, because it's Jesus. Give your heart, give your hands, give your mind, give your ideas, everything that you are, bringing that love of Jesus into life, especially of someone who's poor. Dear Laura, Jesus loves you. Love others as Jesus loves you. God bless you. Mother Teresa, 1987.